Welcome to Pilates with Katrina. My name's Katrina Chasm. I'm going to run through some of the Pilates basics with you before we get into our workout. So Pilates is a workout, so you will feel your muscles working, but you shouldn't feel any pain in your neck, back, or any of your joints, okay? If you've got injuries, that's okay. We can modify the exercises, but just let me know beforehand before we get into the class. Now we also focus on our core stabilizing muscles throughout Pilates and muscle toning. So you will feel your muscles working and you'll probably be quite sore tomorrow and the next day, which is totally normal, okay? But you just want to make sure you're not feeling any pain in your neck, back, or any of your joints. Now we refer to what we call our T-zone in Pilates. So what I'm talking about is if you picture a capital T drawn across my pelvis, okay? You want to think about the vertical line being my pelvic floor, which is like a sling that holds your organs up, okay? It's the same muscles that you squeeze. Think about lifting up along that vertical line, okay? As if you were stopping midstream from going to the toilet. You want to squeeze those muscles up, okay? Think about walking into somewhere, into freezing cold water. Everything comes up. That's what you want to feel, okay? So that's the vertical line of our T. That's your pelvic floor. You also want to focus on your deep abdominal muscles, which is your transversus abdominis, and it runs like a corset underneath your other obliques and abdominal muscles. So we feel that just inside our hip bones. So if you put your fingertips on your hip bones and then go 2 finger widths in, that's where you're going to feel those muscles, okay? So you want to think about trying to draw your hip bones together and in to meet that vertical line, okay? So you want to think about flattening the lower part of your stomach into your spine and holding your core nice and tight. So together, when we lift our pelvic floor up, squeeze as if we're stopping from going to the toilet, flatten the lower part of our stomach into our spine. Think about trying to draw your hip bones together and in. That forms what we call our T-zone. So when I say, guys, tighten your T-zone, that's what I'm referring to, okay? Now in Pilates, we breathe into the side of our ribs. So you want to take a big deep breath in through your nose, into the side of your ribs, okay? As you breathe out, you want to collapse your rib cage down and engage your core, okay? Keep those muscles nice and tight. Think about connecting your ribs with your hips, okay? So it's that rib to hip connection we want. That'll keep your core nice and strong, all right? Now, other things in Pilates, we think about our posture. You want to stand up nice and tall, lengthen through the crown of your head, okay? Try and put as much space between each of the discs in your spine as you possibly can. And you want to think about keeping your chin tucked in just slightly so that you sort of flatten the back of your neck, okay? So when I say, guys, tuck your chin in, you're not putting your chin right down on your neck, you're just tucking it slightly, okay? Most people throughout their days, they hunch their shoulders, they stick their chin out. We want to correct that posture. So you want to tuck your chin in, all right? Correct your neck, and then draw your shoulder blades down and back into a V shape. So you want to picture your shoulder blades going down and back into a V shape, okay? Correcting your posture. It's the same movement as when someone says, hey, put your shoulders back. It's that movement. So we're not squeezing our shoulder blades together and bringing our shoulders up, okay? We're drawing our shoulder blades down and back in a V shape, and that'll correct your posture, okay? Core stays nice and tight, and we aim to hold that throughout all of the exercises that we do. All right, now I'll give you different levels throughout the workout. So I'll say, you know, level 1 is an easier option. Level 2, if you want to work harder, is another option as well. So you can definitely work harder depending on what you're trying to achieve out of your workout, because at the end of the day, it is your workout. All right, now I'll run through 2 spine positions as well. So we've got a neutral spine position and an imprinted spine position, and the other position that we've referred to is called a tabletop position. So I'll run through those with you on a mat now. So guys, in Pilates, if you lie down onto your back, bend your knees and feet, okay? I'll just run through those spine positions. So in a neutral spine position, you'll have a slight arch underneath your back, okay? You'll be in a pretty relaxed position. Now, if you make a diamond shape with your fingertips, and then put the base of your palms of your hand on your hip bones and your fingertips on your pubic bone. In a neutral spine position, your hands will be parallel to the floor, okay? In an imprinted spine position, we think about drawing our abs into our spine, okay? And your hips will rock just slightly, but your tailbone stays down on the mat, okay? In an imprinted spine position, you won't have that arch underneath your back. Your back will be pressed into the mat, okay? You want to engage your core, think about that rib to hip connection. Now we use an imprinted spine position to protect our lower back when our knees and feet are up in tabletop position. Okay, so this is what we call our tabletop position. So when your knees and feet are in a 90-degree angle and your knees are pretty much directly above your hips, you want to make sure that you're engaging your core. Okay, think about drawing your stomach into your spine, holding that nice and tight, and that'll protect your lower back. Okay, because if you can imagine, if you had an arch underneath your back and I said extend your leg out straight, you're going to put a lot on your back. Okay? You want to engage your core, make sure your core is nice and strong whenever your feet are off the mat. Okay, so there are 2 spine positions. So we got neutral with a slight arch underneath your back. Imprinted, you want to think about drawing your spine into the mat. Okay, holding your abs nice and tight and engaging your core. And this is our tabletop position when your knees and feet are up in a 90-degree angle. Okay.